Ready?
Please be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Adriana Davis. I will be your mistress of ceremonies, and I'm very proud to be standing here amongst my amazing classmates, faculty, staff, and administration. Thank you for all being here with us today, whether that's physically or virtually. A special thank you to my daughter, Brooklyn Marie, and my mother, Lydia Rutledge, for being my biggest supporters. Together, my classmates and I have faced many challenges, disappointments, and struggles. Finally, after 15 months, we are here to commemorate our success by both our pinning ceremony and public declaration of the Florence Nightingale Pledge. Please join us by standing while Nikita Savage sings the national anthem and remain standing as our fellow classmate, Air Force veteran Devon Neath leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, once so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Devon Neath, and if y'all could stand up and put your hands over your heart so we recite the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
You may all be seated. It is my privilege to introduce the principal of Erwin Technical College, Dr. James Good.
Thank you, Ms. Davis. It's certainly a pleasure to be here tonight under these very unusual circumstances. Think of this class. You're the first COVID graduating class. My hat's off to you. I applaud you for getting through this very, very tough times, and you've succeeded in your own ways. You've made it. We're very, very proud of you. At this time, I would like to introduce a couple of the people who are here today that have helped you through. I do have Mr. Darrell Faber, who's Director of Workforce and Continuing Education in the back. I do have a few of your teachers who are here. Some you've had physically in class. Some of you have been support staff. I've got Sister Ann Wiesen, former director. She's here. She's been a great support to you guys, I know. I have Miss Janet Eckerman, the current director, who's also the director of your program here. I do have Miss Sonia Addison and Miss Iola Herschel, as well as, I think that's her name, where's Miss Edliff? She's here to my left, and she's your teacher. So my hat's to all of the people who've helped make you through. But you know who the most important person is, or persons are? They're your support network. So when you go home today, make sure you thank those family members, that significant other of yours, that mother, that father, that aunt or uncle, whoever was in your life helping you make it through, because without them, you could not have done so. So make sure you go home and remind them how much they mean to you and they got you through this, okay? So at this time, I'd like to go ahead and turn this back over to Miss Adriana.
Thank you, Dr. Good. Now, Monique Blake, who always advocated for our best interests in the classroom, will be speaking about what this turbulent year has meant for us.
Ooh, I'm nervous. Okay. Good afternoon, fellow classmates, administrations, teachers, and all of our loved ones watching from home. Thank you for being here to celebrate this important and privileged moment with us. To my classmates, we did it. Before I commence my speech, I would first like to thank God who carried me through this journey. I would also like to thank my family who has supported me along the way. To my daughter, Michaela, I love you. Because of you, I could not fail. To my fiance, Stephen, thank you for holding it down this year without a sweat. You never missed a beat, and I'm grateful for you. To my mother, thank you for inspiring me to follow in your footsteps into this field. Thank you to my best friends who I literally called every single day to vent. They understood school came first, and when I got a B, they made it make sure it was okay. I'm sorry. They made me feel better whenever I cried over getting a B. Lastly, I would like to thank my classmates for pushing me to be the best I can be and for dealing with me when I was whining or being annoying. To administration, thank you for your oversight and for making the tough decisions when needed. I know Ms. Boschke will be very happy she will not have to deal with my complaints. Ms. Edliff, thank you for sharing your wisdom, your prayers, and your secrets on how to make the perfect hospital corners. You pushed us to do our best through tough love, and we deeply appreciate you. To the other instructors, Ms. Addison, Ms. Herschel, Ms. King, Dr. Poten, Dr. Esther, Sister Ann, you all have poured knowledge into our cups, and we thank you. Now on to the purpose of my speech. I was tasked with expressing what this year has meant for us. At first, I knew exactly what I was going to say about my experience this year. And if you know, you know. I had everything mapped out in my head, but then someone, a teacher my classmates can easily guess, asked me, Monique, do you really feel that way? Is that how you're always going to think when you reflect on your time here? Because of that very same teacher kept asking me that very same question almost every day, she guided me to dig deeper through introspection. I think my classmates would agree with me when I say it's been a very long, bumpy road for us. We have courageously fought some hard and trying days. For example, if our nursing career doesn't work out, we would be great on a debate team or even as test question reviewers. Sometimes we learn that our teachers make the best patients, especially after they take a fall or generously donate too much blood. With every lesson learned, we discovered that there is so much more to nursing than nursing. Digging deeper, we realized and sharpened character traits that will carry us throughout our careers and our lives, all of which boils down to one word: resilience. I came across this quote that perfectly embodies our past year. The seeds of our resilience are planted in the way we process the negative events in our lives. Now for us, although we had many positive experiences, the negative events this year were all of the unexpected changes we endured, all of which, I admit, we met with total opposition. We stood face to face with our obstacles this year, but because of our resiliency, we overcame each one. Yet, it did take us some time to truly learn how resilient we were and are. The first obstacle was the changing of our instructors multiple times. Switching to different teachers and adapting to different learning styles was very difficult for us. As much as we disliked the adjustments, we rolled with the punches and sometimes punched back, but with our grades. And because of our wisdom and our experience hard-won, we chose to continue, It's the same stage. I'm so sorry, y'all. And because of our wisdom and experience hard-won, should we choose to continue with our education or move throughout our careers, we will be mightily prepared to meet rapidly changing circumstances. As much as we hate to admit it, our turmoil did us some good. We learned to never get too comfortable and to rise and adapt to inevitable and unforeseen changes. We learned to trust ourselves. And then there was COVID-19, hence the mask. One thing is for certain, we are all a part of something historic. Our nursing careers will begin with, I was in and graduated nursing school during the largest pandemic in a century. We all had to adjust to e-learning, Zoom lectures, an abundance of work and online clinicals, all of which we were not used to. For some of us, that also meant juggling being a student ourselves and also being a teacher to our children at home, and making sure we were home in time to make it to the grocery store to get toilet paper. But because of COVID, we learned that resilience is essentially accepting your new reality. Regardless of our thoughts and feelings of the disruptive circumstances of COVID, we had to face it, and we did. This year also meant neglecting our families and our friends. We put our hobbies on hold, we rejected offers to socialize, and we watched our friends and families go on vacations without us. We worked less hours at work, or we worked overtime to pay our tuition. But then again, we had to, because successful people demonstrate their resilience through dedicated and continuous progress. We understood that any distraction would drift us from making forward movement. While some of us lost their friends along the way, nursing school has given us new friends, and for me, these precious friends have become family. A wise teacher once told me, it takes a situation, a circumstance, or a person to challenge you to show you who you are. This year, my class had every situation, every circumstance, and even every person thrown at us. This year, we lost, we won, we failed, we cried, we laughed, we loved, we celebrated birthdays, holidays, baby showers together. We felt discouraged, we argued, we got angry, but we were persistent. We were resilient. We are resilient. Each and every time we convinced that we were not able to go on, we did. Now that we have reached the end of this long, twisting, and winding road, we greatly appreciate the lessons that we have learned along the way. We profoundly understand that being challenged is inevitable, but being defeated is optional. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we will have Rebecca Richardson, who kept us steady, positive, and grounded. She will speak about what nursing means to us.
Good afternoon, fellow graduates and faculty. I'm Rebecca Richardson and would like to welcome you to our penning ceremony. I am humbled and honored to have this opportunity to share with you on what being a nurse means to me. As we graduate today, we share this experience with each other. But first, I think all of us would like to take a moment to thank those family members, friends, and our incredible support systems at home that are watching virtually. Without your ongoing love, without your ongoing love, support, and encouragement throughout our journey, we would not be here today. You are the shining lights guiding us to the finish line, so thank you. Let's join together and give those important people in our lives a round of applause. I would also like to thank Ms. Edliff for being our educator and our pusher, as she says, motivating us to be the best in these last few months of our program. Nursing can have a multitude of meanings for each of us. Some of us can say we started this pathway for career advancement, financial security, or simply following a tradition within our families. I think we can say nursing is bigger than that. During our time as nursing students, we have learned the skills of compassion, the lessons of comfort, and the ability to support the patient and their families in both times of wellness and in sorrow. We were taught at the beginning of our program that we are our patients' advocates, and today we begin that journey, giving our voice to patients and their families when needed. We embrace the opportunity to comfort, protect, and provide a caring environment for our patients. Our education has brought us each to a higher level of understanding the care for others. Not only have we gained knowledge about the physiological aspects of our patients, we have also become mindful of our patients' emotional needs. We will be there to lend an ear, offer a warm embrace, or simply just being a presence in the room. Lives, and you will make a difference. Some will bless you, some will curse you. You will see people at their worst and at their best. You will never be ceased to amaze at people's capacity for love, courage, and endurance. You will see life begin and end. You will experience resounding triumphs and devastating failures. You will cry a lot, you will laugh a lot, and you will know what it is to be human and to be humane. I think that this poem completely embodies what being a nurse means. I know that throughout the last 15 months, each and every one of us have made countless sacrifices. Sleepless nights, early mornings, studying all hours of the day, sacrificing family and friend time. We have laughed together, we have cried together, and sometimes we have cried laughing. For me, being a single mother, I knew my time was even more precious. This pushed me even further to accomplish my goals in becoming a nurse and an even better role model for my daughter. I will be following in the footsteps of my mother and sister as they are both nurses. They have been inspirational in my pathway to nursing. My entire family has been an incredible support system, and without their ongoing support, I would not be standing in front of you today. Fellow students, as we move forward into our nursing careers, I challenge you to follow your passion for nursing, to be the best nurse you can be, and to continue your education to help others in their time of need. Congratulations, Practical Nursing, Class of 2020. We are finally green.
Thank you, Rebecca. The sacred candle lighting ceremony signifies our commitment and acceptance of challenges within the nursing profession. Michael Littles will explain more in depth the importance of the candle lighting.
Bear with me, y'all. I did not practice this speech enough. Okay, well. Okay. We are all familiar with beginnings, and they can be small steps, but its impact can be experienced in giant leaps. Today we are making new beginnings. Okay, today we are making new beginnings through the lighting of the candle. The lighting of the flame passed between nurses symbolizes the act that we will provide the flame of hope, service, and compassion. When most of you hear candle lighting, you may just think of the simple act, Bath and Body Works, Yankee candles. As nurses, we think of candle lighting as the passing of the torch and its historical association with Florence Nightingale. Oh, sorry, y'all. Harder than it looks. The heroine and founder of modern nursing, Florence Nightingale, was also known as the Lady of the Lamp, as we often worked late nights equipped with our lamps by our sides. Okay, scratch this. So basically, us as nurses, this lamp symbolizes the torch from one nurse to another, or hope for our patients and each other to light us through the way. To quote Matthew 5:14, "You are the light of the world. A city cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on a stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house." Thank you.
Thank you, Mikey. Please welcome Assistant Principal, Ms. Shafali Bashki, to the stage for the formal presenting of our nursing graduates. Also at this time, Ms. Edliv Alderson Brazil will pin each nursing graduate.
Everything okay? Are they fitting in it? Okay, the first one, Charlotte Andrews. Monique Blake. Courtney Clark. Adriana Davis. Ayumi Kate Espino. Serena Jackson. Nia Johnson. Michael Littles. Betty Marce. Divan Neat. Tina Pope. Michaela Quimming. Rebecca Richardson. Deshane Robinson. Elizabeth Salsa. Franz Salvador. Lee Stevens. Elizabeth Taylor. And Daniel Thomas. Let's give them a big hand of applause now.
I would now like to invite Michaela Quimming to the podium to explain what the meaning of this nursing oath we are about to take is.
Thank you, Adriana. I would first like to give thanks to my husband, Jerome, for all the support he continuously gave me this last year. I also like to give thanks to my family and friends for all their support. The Nightingale Pledge was the first nursing pledge ever made in history to elevate our profession to a sacred place of service. The pledge is a call to all nurses, ever reminding us to serve our patients with devotion and wholehearted commitment. The Nightingale Pledge is a timeless declaration of ethics and principle standards for our nursing profession. Our penning signifies our official transition into the nursing field and announces our life commitments to serving and caring for all others in the capacity of a nurse. I will now like my class to join me on stage to recite the Nurses Pledge.